Ooh, wow, it smells like gasoline in here. So, between that bike, which I ride a lot, and this bike, which I kind of ride from time to time, which is really nice, which one do you think would be leaking and exactly where? Well, I got drips there, and I'm just going to take my hand and touch. It's wet. It smells gasoline. Guess what? The leak is coming down behind the stock valve, not a stock tank, but the stock valve, and dripping behind it. It's as simple as that. Touch it with your fingers. You can see it's wet there. So, you may not be able to see it directly, but indirectly you can see it and you can find it there. So, drips, wetness, you still can't see it. Put your hand behind, touch it, it's wet. There's your gasoline leak. When you have these tanks and you try to retrofit the stock valve, you do encounter these kinds of leaks. So we're going to go to the store and get some JB Weld sealant specifically for gasoline and see if we can fix that. Right now, this is even a little loose. It's been pushed in and locked down, but it's still dripping. So not much I can do. We're going to have to get a tank, we're going to have to drain this, and we're going to have to pop that off, and then we're going to have to take this completely off and reseal it. There is no way to wrap it at this point. It actually has to come down, off, taken apart, sealed, and put back together, and that'll fix your leak. This bike is very old, and thank you for watching me, Christopher Thunder, from the world's dirtiest workshop. This is a PVC pipe and hose cutter. Click, 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 slice. Very easy. Now let's just run that down into that. Try and untwist it. Okay. So now we're set up to drain. Untwisting the hose is important so it doesn't fall out. And you should put a clamp on the tank so it doesn't pop out of the tank while you're draining. You're going to see me spill the fuel later on in this video, and it gets ugly. This is a very handy tool, okay? Cobalt. It's a PVC pipe and hose cutter. I really like this tool. I'll show you how it works really quickly. When you close the handle, you can release the jaws, and then you just cut your hose. It's very important that you don't lose the nut on the clamp. So that's going to stay like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the bike and tip it over once all the fuel is out and make sure that I have very little fuel left. We're just going to let this run for a moment until the tank is empty. So now I'm going to move my seat out of the way and tip the bike over and see what we got for fuel. There's a lot on the left side, but there's also a lot on the right side. I'm going to tell you right now, clear the area when you do this. You're going to have spills. So you can see here I'm pulling the tank away from the bike and extending, yep, there's the spill, extending the hose as far as I can. Now later on I got a clamp, whoops, spilled it again. Later on I got a clamp and made sure that the hose wouldn't fall out of the tank. I could have cut the hose a little bit longer, lesson learned here. But you know, I'm doing this once every 7 or 8 years. You know, it's just bikes for me. Okay. So, I got a couple choices here. I can shut off the gas now, try and spin the valve off with a little luck. Put your thumb on it. Okay, good. Now, what I could do is I could siphon that out. What I'm going to try and do here is summarize what's happening here. So I've removed the line for the siphon. and the valve has no line on it now. I just want to make sure that I have all the tools I need and that I can begin unscrewing the valve. Now here I have it in my hand. There, the O-ring is too small. It has shrunk and dropped down inside the valve. So I got an O-ring kit here, and I checked the size, and I wanted to make an O-ring fit the valve perimeter right inside the threads. So I got the proper O-ring, put that in, then began cleaning the valve and making sure that there was any gunk in it, that was removed. I could have done that with the O-ring out. Now that I have everything ready, I'm going to apply the sealant around the threads on the tank. There's the sealant. And then I'm going to apply the sealant to the threads inside the valve without getting it all gummy and messy. The smallest amount of sealant is really appropriate. So there I'm going with the tank, and finally I'm going to screw everything back together. Very small amount of sealant, just enough to fit on the end of a pick. Then I'm going to take the wrench and cinch it down, not really pulling on the wrench because you'll tear the O-ring. Once it's firm, I'll screw the hose back on. There we go. And then clean the valve, clean me, reread the package to see how long it takes for the stuff to cure, and it doesn't really know. So what you do is you put a little bit on the package. Then wrap your hose up and label it. Because they aren't real specific of the cure time, I put a little dab on the back of the package, and I'm holding it down, and I'm going to let it sit out here. And when it looks like it's cured, I'm going to turn on the gas. And that's about it. All right, it is the next morning after fixing the fuel valve. The garage no longer smells like gasoline, which means it's not leaking. That's awesome. So I'll just turn that valve to on and then go ride the next time. So hey, that worked. I'm not leaking gas anymore. Yay! Thanks for watching. The World's Dirtiest Workshop is offering a $600 watch, a $60 watch, a $6 watch. Wow, that's broken. Thank you for watching me, Christopher Thunder, from Rider of the Storm and the World's Dirtiest Workshop.